Love to talk to Joba and ask him honestly, like, you were 10 years too early. If he was 10 years later, they wouldn't have messed around with the bullpenning and the starting and the crazy Joba rules. He wouldn't have gotten in trouble for fist pumping after strikeouts and being excited. Like, he was almost the guinea pig for a lot of stuff in like a changing time in Yankees baseball and baseball in general. And I think he got the short end of that. I'd love that.
It's a good point about like kind of that moment in time and how rare it was, right? Like the fist bumping, it always drove me crazy how people got mad over that. Like as a fan, I was so jacked up whenever he would have 2 strikes and 2 outs on a batter. Like I was just waiting for him to go nuts and it would fire me up, you know?
Yeah.
In fact, I remember the Yankees had a series against Boston late in that season when they were making their wild card push at the stadium. And the headline was "Go Nuts." And it was Joba fist pumping after a strikeout. And there was like a squirrel in the like little 2 box of the cover because there was some squirrel who was like sitting on the foul pole or terrorizing the field consistently throughout the game. And then Joba also going nuts with the fist bump. And the Yankees, like I don't know if they won, they either like won a 2 out of 3 in the series or they swept the series or whatever, but it was big in propelling them to getting the wild card that year.
Yeah, Joba Mania was awesome. Like that first year when he came out, Joba. It's the best chantable name. It was so cool. And then, I'd love to hear him look back on that time because it was that year where they were like, all right, you're going to start, but only for 3 innings. Like they were basically doing bulk opener with him and should have just kept him in the pen.
Yeah, it's hard, right? Because like at the time I defended it because, you know, I saw the value in starters, especially at that time, right? And like we were seeing how nasty he could be as a starter. Like, you know, we all think back to that game at Fenway, right? Where he outduels Beckett. And, you know, you're thinking like, oh, all right, this is, you know, that was in 08. This is what this can look like, right? But, you know, now with the value of relievers, you know, I'd be curious how they would have done it. I still feel like they might have tried to still, since he was a starter, like they may have still tried to finagle it, but there's just so much more intel now about how to go about that process.
It took them 4 years to realize they probably just keep Sessa in the bullpen. So they still try to do it.
Hey, Sessa, isn't it funny? Sessa played a sneaky big role last year.
He had a good year.
Yeah.
For his role. For his role, it was great. It's crazy.
So solid for his role.